In terms of what you have noticed about yourself, what have you learnt or what have you noticed about yourself over these sort of 2 days?
Surprisingly, from the feedback that we've had, it cemented probably those areas of weaknesses and development that I was aware of, but it's given me the confidence to have some of the tools and skills to actually work on those and develop. So I think that's going to be quite key in my day-to-day work.
Yeah, you know, I've started to have a think about it already, and I think there are things I can do immediately in terms of, I think, you know, having the ability now to step back from situations and, you know, check my own emotions, consider the emotions of the other individual that I'm working with at any particular time. So I think, you know, overall, I think initially that my awareness of emotions has been heightened, and I think that's, you know, something that I can hit the ground running with.
Taking one step back, and also, I mean, the strategy for looking at things from a completely outside perspective, looking at things objectively rather than being so subjective. That's certainly going to help me.
Self-confidence is not a particularly strong point for me, so to actually believe that I can actually do things that I may not think I can do. A very good example of that was this morning, the role-playing exercise. It was quite scary, the thought of doing something like that, with a particularly way out example that was completely out of my comfort zone. I've had really positive feedback since, so it helps you believe that you can actually do things that maybe you don't think you can.
Our sketch was about the coaching style of leadership, which is one of 6 styles defined, you know, according to sort of thinkers in this area. That's a style really where the leader or the manager encourages those, you know, who he's leading or coaching to come up with solutions to their own problems. But to add to that some sort of emotional intelligence component, you know, one of the things we flagged as being particularly important was the skill of empathy. And in the scenario that we did, that these two people, the leader and the employee, were from totally different sort of backgrounds socially and professionally, and in terms of their experience. And the employee did have certain issues, and it was just trying to find a way for the coach to be able to communicate that to the employee and try and make them see, go from a position where they weren't really that bothered and didn't think it was that much of a problem, to A, acknowledging it was a problem, and B, then trying to find a solution for themselves that they would agree to do and they thought that would work.
I'm more aware of the other styles. I think, you know, you can kind of look at the different styles that there are and you can say, oh yeah, that's me or that's me. But I think being aware of the other ones, just increasing that awareness, immediately, you know, you can sort of see the triggers. Okay, I'm going into that style. Maybe that's not appropriate at this moment. Maybe I ought to look at doing this style. So I think, you know, looking at that was really good. And I think, you know, understanding some of the styles and thinking, okay, that's the time when I should have used that. You know, just being aware of that, I think, is hugely important.
Ours was the visionary leadership style, and we decided to use puppets. We cut out lots of little people, and we initially had them, a group of cut out people, and they looked very sad. We had lots of negative emotions on these people, first of all. And then the leader had a light bulb moment, or they brought in a new leader, and the sock puppet immediately looked a bit more lively and had tinsel on his head. And we brought up these little cut-out people, and they had a lot of positive emotions, and so showing that, that they were inspired by this new leader. And we also had ABBA's I Have a Dream, which was an inspirational moment.
The situational leadership part of the LDP made me aware of the styles. I became more familiar with where I'm comfortable. What I hope now moving forward is I'm not frightened to move between them, that there is no right or wrong. It's learning about judging which one is right in the right situation and applying that to be most effective. And I think it's given me the confidence and certainly some of the skills to be able to do that.